What's up, guys? How you doing? Hopefully that everything is okay. Today, as you can see, I'm all by myself. So let's dive right to it, guys. So today, 17th of June, we got plenty to discuss. Obviously, if you are a trader, you saw the news yesterday, maybe even traded it. So yesterday it was pretty crazy after the FOMC meeting. Uh, as planned, the rate stayed the same, 0.25, but the market reacted crazy to the news. Look at the ES and the S&P and the NASDAQ dropping down majorly when the news came out. Also the NQ, the future contract for NASDAQ on a 4-hour chart, dropping crazy to the downside. Everything dropped at that time at 2 p.m. New York time. And right now, as you can see on the chart, we are a little bit bouncing a little bit from the support level. The resistance level became support, and the NASDAQ is pushing just a little bit higher at the moment. In my opinion, first of all, let's start maybe from the beginning, because we did discuss this earlier this week, and we said that the market is ready to the downside. We talked about it here, but we also mentioned that it it looks good to the downside, but maybe just a little push to the upside and then a drop. This is exactly what we saw, and to be honest, it does look pretty good again to continue to fall. I don't see a reason why not to. If it will break this support level, then we will continue to this support level at 13,773. So make sure you take this trade to the downside. Obviously, keep an eye on the ratio between your stop loss and the take profit. Other than that, if we are crossing and breaking this support level, then we can easily drop down to the 13,600. So we're talking about another 200 point move to the downside on the NASDAQ. So make sure you following that. If we will continue to the upside, and this is super important, guys, we never want to just predict what the market will do. We actually want to plan two scenarios, one for the downside, one for the upside, and only then we can execute after we see that it is taking place, that one of the scenarios that we decided to go with, or one of the scenarios that we planned starting to take place, and then you can attack. So in case the market won't drop, then look for a resistance level right here. It's pretty obvious, 13,950, and from that point the market should turn, reverse, and go to the downside. So you got a great opportunity to short the market here, or maybe look for stocks to short, because the market is dropping, then it is giving him like a good a flow to the downside. And if the market will drop from here, look for a support level here, then dropping again to this support level. Simple as that. It's a no-brainer game when you have so many perfect support and resistance levels, so just make sure you follow those. This is the NASDAQ 4-hour chart. So let's look at the ES. The ES was a little bit weaker than the NASDAQ in that sense, and you can see that the price dropped majorly after a nice like a bear flag here. Great deviation in the MACD, and price moving down. Now it's looking for another liquidity area basically. So when you're looking at the chart, just ask yourself, where is the next liquidity area? When I'm saying liquidity area, I'm meaning basically that we are aiming for a place where there's a lot of orders, either buy or sell, but a lot of orders that are waiting in line. So just make sure you're watching them and basically looking at the chart, and just you can see it. It's already, I marked them a few weeks ago, but uh, anyone that watching some charts for a month or so will find this support level, and this is exactly where we're aiming for. So if the price will continue down, this is the area you want to go long. It might be a short long, just like a few minutes or a few hours. It doesn't have to be like few days, but this is definitely the area you want to go in long, because you will have at least an intraday trade here. But in case we won't drop down, I don't see a reason why not to, but in case it won't happen, just look to the downside, the short to the downside, and this resistance level right here. You have this high that it made, then couple of tails that touching it. 4,213 should be a place to go short on the market, or stocks that looking good to the downside, and long right here at 4,175. So just make sure you follow those two resistance and support levels, and you'll be good at least for today or tomorrow trading till the end of the week, basically. So these are two of the major indices, obviously, that you wanna, the index that you wanna watch for. We are also looking at the VIX, the volatility index, and on a 4-hour chart, you can see it gapped up crazy, and that happened overnight. And as you can see, we are now pushing higher. We have a great support level, resistance level that became support right here. So if we're, the VIX basically works different, or the opposite to the market, right? The S&P and the NASDAQ. So if the VIX continue higher, then the market is dropping, and this is perfect to our scenario that the price should drop in the market today or tomorrow. So if the price of the VIX will continue higher, and this is what I'm seeing right now, look for the next major resistance level. So basically, where is the liquidity area, like we've said. So if I'm looking at it, you can see it over here, already marked from a few weeks ago. Maybe just a tiny bit to the upside. There it is, 20.82. So in case the VIX will continue higher and reach that resistance level, then it means that the market will reverse. So the VIX will start falling, the market will start rising. So just make sure when you're taking trades on the market, just work with the VIX to understand when it should turn. Okay, and obviously, 99% of the time it will turn on a resistance and support level, because this is how the game works. Okay, so without further ado, let's go into the stocks that we have today. Obviously, before that, let me try to put the intro. Let's try to do that. Okay, very nice, very nice. But we didn't go to the charts of the stocks that I'm aiming for, so let's do that. Okay, great. So what I'm looking at the moment are a few stocks that I watched or analyzed before we got into this live streaming. And the first one that I'm already in, as if you guys saw earlier in my account, so I'm already in RUN at I got in at 45.68. Right now I'm up $900 on that, but as you can see, I'm down on MVs almost 800. So I'm only the total. I'm only up $300 unrealized at the moment, but I will work on MVs. Don't worry about it. So RAN is right now pushing the 50s. I'm liking it a little bit lower than that at the moment. 50, yeah, 50, 25. Already broke the 51 for a second, broke through the 51 for a second, but just to get people in. And if we're looking at the pre-market, or if we're looking at the daily chart and understanding where it should open, again, we got like 45 minutes before the opening bell, but let's say it will open at 50.20, something like that, around this level, then we got a resistance level, a major resistance level coming when we will close the gap, right, at 51.80. So all the way to the upside, looking pretty good. And look for a support level at 50, also a round number, but also this entry for the gap, for this gap that's not closed yet. So you can look, so if the price will open above 50 and hold it, then you can definitely look for a long position to go long, basically all the way to the 51.80, obviously according to your trading plan. But this is what I'm aiming for. If we will see it holding the 50, maybe I'll add some more, taking it all the way to the 51.80 closed of the closing gap. If we will drop from the 50s, then the next support level is only here, about here, 48, something like that. Maybe a little bit lower than that. So also plenty room to the downside. I don't like it, obviously, but make sure that if you're taking long, that you are above $50. Obviously, if we will break the 51.80, let's say 52, you can look for long again all the way to the next resistance level at this gap at 54.50. That will be amazing if we'll get to there. Some other stocks that I'm watching, I got CMC on my chart. Not a lot of volume at the moment, but we are after an earning report, so we might see the volume coming in as soon as the market will open. At the moment, traded at the same place, about the same place, 32. Nothing to write home about, but let's watch it as soon as we'll get closer to the opening bell. KR is also after earnings, pushing to the 37.60, so the same as yesterday close, maybe just 10 cents above it. Again, nothing to do with it at the moment, but we might see a nice momentum move as soon as we'll start trading. A crazy stock is ORPH, made $72 move in one day on what was it, the 10th, like 7 days ago on Thursday. Insane, too insane. And look at the chart from yesterday, from around $10 all the way to 24. Come on, are they really pushing stocks like this? I mean, it doesn't matter if it will be the next Amazon, or that's like I believe it was like FDA approved or something like that. Even if it will be, I don't know, like the curing cancer. Come on, pushing from $8 all the way to 70. What the fuck? Seriously, that's insane. I mean, if you look at the chart of that day, look at it, 5-minute chart. Nothing until 11 o'clock, then pushing from 4 or 5, gapping. Seriously. And then drop. Look at that drop from 56 all the way to 25 after obviously an halt. So yeah, if someone didn't take some partial here, and everything is jumping with like 100, what is it, like 100, 200,000 shares, nothing, and capping like crazy. Insane, but this is what we're seeing at the moment in the market. So watch it. 14 at the moment, dropping just a little bit from yesterday close, but we might see another push to the upside, so why not keep an eye on this one, ORPH. Let's see some other stocks. I got the second chart that I'm watching, the second window, APOP, pushing higher to around $5. Obviously, I don't really like to trade those stocks, but sometimes they got like a nice momentum move that is reasonable, let's say. Above $5, looking pretty sharp. And we got the pre-market, or yesterday aftermarket, at 5.27, and the pivot here. So maybe a quick scalping to that side. REN we talked about, and NNOX right now trading at 30 something, 30.70, and yesterday closed at 27.28. So we're like $2 up. We already reached the 33.80, now dropping down. Could be also interesting. Let's look at the news on NNOX. So it's FDA looking for major news. Announce FDA 510K submission. Okay, nice. So this is only obviously the first submission, so it's not a big deal, but yeah, you can watch it later on for the next few weeks, couple of months even, until they'll get maybe the approve, and then we will see maybe a continuation. But today they might push it higher, so make sure you're watching it. Here we go. Could be a nice reversal here. Great move to the upside. Pullback, standing on the pivot and the 20 EMA on a 5-minute chart. Maybe we'll get an entry price around this area, the 31.20. I might take it. So yeah, guys, so that's about it, I guess. I mean, pretty volatile market. Again, look at the SPY 5-minute chart when it dropped on yesterday FOMC meeting, and at the moment, as you can see, it's about $2, even less than that. I'll put the pre-market. So we're $2 below it, below yesterday close, even less than that. But again, in my opinion, looking pretty good to the downside. And like I said, watch the VIX, watch the indices, and then decide. I'll definitely go, I will go long if we'll reach that support level, no doubt about it. Even for a scalping, a short trade, like a long trade, buy it, but a short-term trade, and if it will reach that resistance level, I'll try to short it all the way down to the support level, then take it all the way up, and so on and so on and so on. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of today. If you have any questions, feel free. Obviously, like, subscribe, share if you like it, and we'll be in touch next week. Make sure on Sunday to watch the podcast, and then Monday we'll be in touch in this live streaming. So that's it for now. We'll be in touch. Take care. Have a great trading day and a great weekend. Ciao, ciao.